teachers of English from Japan, South Korea, and around the world. My name is Claire Lee, and I'm an English language fellow with the U.S. Embassy in Tokyo. And I've had the wonderful pleasure of working with these two amazing teachers, and I'd like to share a little bit more about their collaboration that they have done together. Lie sensei and Jiyoon 선생님 met because they both took part in the global online course offered by the U.S. embassies in South Korea and Japan. And the course they took was TESOL methodology. And so through this, they were able to connect, and they decided to do an intercultural project between their two classes in Jeju and in Fukuoka. Can you tell us about your project?
Our project aims to foster intercultural understanding and enhance English communication skills among students from Japan and South Korea. Through various online tools and activities, our students engaged in collaborative learning and cultural exchange and discussions on global issues. 21 Japanese students and 19 Korean students participated in our project.
That's amazing. So you had both high school students working together to learn about intercultural skills, communication, and global issues. And so how did you start this project?
After overcoming unprecedented pandemic era, which is COVID-19, ironically enough, I felt much more closer with other countries, even though we are not allowed to travel overseas. So we are all connected in one way or another. So to tackle certain global issues, we all need to work together, collaboratively as a global citizen. So I really would like to my students feel the same way I did. So which means I wanted them to feel also more connected with different cultural backgrounds and different people from all different kinds of worlds. So therefore, I set my mind to having an intercultural project ever since then, so with other countries.
That's amazing. What a great vision to have, and to see the importance of how interconnected all the countries around the world actually are. Why did you decide to do this project?
I started this project because I wanted to ensure all students, regardless of their financial situation, have the chance to experience and appreciate foreign cultures. So I think it's important for teachers to create opportunities for students to explore different cultures. Through this project, I wanted to show my students new ways of looking at the world, helping them appreciate and respect different cultures. I believe that by nurturing intercultural competence and fostering global citizenship, my students can confidently connect with people from different backgrounds and contribute to a more inclusive and peaceful world.
That's amazing. I think you make a really good point that not everyone can afford to travel and go around, but still it's important to develop the skills of being a global citizen. So I'd like to ask, what were some of the activities that your students did?
So our intercultural project was a 6-month project. The teenage students from South Korea and Japanese students were given an opportunity to exchange their opinions and thoughts, ideas based about to tackle some global issues as youth. So at first it was designed to get to know themselves, their own identity, how some factors affect them to who they really are today and what shapes them. So we both have asynchronously, we both have different prep work. I gave some worksheet about the filling in the personal identity world and social identity world, because to get to know others, the first step is they have to know themselves first. And also Lie's sensei modified my ideas, and she made a very creative worksheet to get to know their students themselves. And then when we had our first Zoom meeting session, we were able to introduce the students themselves first and get to know the students from both countries. The school schedule is not fit into our project, so in-class work separately, but we were able to share the vlogs on our shared Padlet. So we made a 1 or 2 minutes of vlog and we uploaded on the shared Padlet and exchanged feedbacks.
I remember watching the videos. That was so much fun. And so it was a nice chance for students from the other country to see what is life like in Japan or in South Korea, right? Were there any other activities that you wanted to mention or highlight?
We decided to, again, to divide based on the SDGs, like Sustainable Development Goals. Students are very interested in, such as climate crisis, educational inequality, low birth rate. It applies to both Korea and Japan, and etc. And then they made creative vlogs to tackle global issues, like including with their action plan as youth to be more proactive global leaders in the future.
I think that's amazing to really empower youth to consider how can we be the change for the world. I'm so excited to see that. What were some of the highlights of these projects?
Another important highlight was the development of problem-solving skills among the students. Discussing global issues with peers from different backgrounds exposed them to different perspectives and approaches to problem solving. Additionally, students expressed growth in their presentation skills. Collaboratively creating presentation slides and presenting together allows them to enhance their ability to effectively communicate and present ideas in English, furthering their language proficiency and confidence.
I love this aspect of the second point you made around problem solving and how the groups that you made included students from both of your classes. So they had an opportunity to hear different perspectives. What were some challenges that you faced?
So since the school curriculum are not the same, so we had some difficulty having a synchronous session. However, we were able to stay connected with the help of a lot of digital online tools and learning management systems such as Google Classroom. We have a shared Padlet, so we were able to exchange and leave the comments and feedback on and off. So in addition to that, my students are highly motivated to not only English but also Japanese. So I think it applies to the Japanese students too, because I caught some moment that they tried the perfect Korean. They asked me in Korean and I was like, my student, but apparently from Japanese. So they both wanted to try out some Korean and some Japanese. So in the first beginning, I was like, hey guys, speak on English, please. But later I ended up allowing them to speak Japanese or Korean in a small talk, because I firmly believe that it eventually helps develop their communicative competence in a foreign language. So 3 languages can be very beneficial, right? So
that's right. But, two languages is great, but 3 is even better. That's really exciting to hear, actually, that they were quite excited to engage with one another in not just English, but in the other students' home language as well. Yeah, but I'm sure scheduling is always, especially with different countries, different start dates for the school year, different semesters, it can be quite challenging to align schedules and have a chance for students to meet. What advice would you give to teachers who hope to do something similar?
I suggest having open-mindedness and flexibility because everybody's different, and I mentioned before the school schedule and everything. And especially for telecommunication, this is an umbrella term for virtual exchange. There's always unplanned, unexpected moments, such as technical issues or improvised school schedule changes, etc. So I don't feel too stressed about it.
My advice would be to expand your network and build the relationship with both Japanese and foreign teachers. Participating in programs like the Open Program can introduce you to potential collaborators and provide the opportunities to learn about various online tools. Additionally, I highly recommend vlog making into your project, particularly focusing on students' everyday routine make up their unique culture. Sharing these videos allows them to discover both similarities and differences with other cultures. Teenagers are naturally creative and enjoy using multimedia tools like slides and videos, making them an effective way to promote intercultural learning.
I love that, yeah. I mean, teenagers nowadays are all on social media and love to create, right? And so tapping into that is a great suggestion. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm so glad to hear about all of the different parts of your project. I think you are both such an inspiration to other teachers to do something similar. We can only, foster global citizenship through showing that ourselves, right, as teachers, through modeling that, to connecting with others. And so it's really great to see the work that you've done. And yeah, just amazing work. So thank you so much for sharing with me. Thank you. Excellent job.